All right, folks, thanks for watching NBA Weekly. Thank you, Jordan, as well. I'm Tom Downey. That is Harris Rubenstein. We'll take you in now to some more trade rumors. First up, could Jeremy Lin be on the move? The New York Post reports Lin could be dealt this offseason with the Magic as a potential fit, especially if they don't land Isaiah Thomas.
Which is interesting because we heard in the beginning of the offseason that the Nets weren't interested in moving Jeremy Lin. And I can kind of understand why they want to keep him. I mean, he was good last season for the Nets before he went down with that knee injury. Yeah, exactly.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. He was good for them. But it's unfortunate. I mean, Jeremy Lin's NBA career has gone so many strange directions ever since he left the Knicks. It's been
just such a weird career overall.
Yeah,
from start to now, it's just been unusual.
One of the most interesting careers that we've had in the NBA over the past couple of seasons. But look, Jeremy Lin, wherever he ends up going, is going to be just a decent number 3 guard. I think the Magic would be kind of a weird fit. I mean, what are the Magic really going to trade for Jeremy Lin, a player that they don't exactly need? So maybe the Nets hold on to him, see how he does through the first half, and then trade him away at the deadline for a team that needs a 3rd or 4th guard. That's really his peak at this point.
All right, next up, we'll stick in the Eastern Conference here. Could the Raptors keep DeRozan and Lowry? The report from Mark Stein of the New York Times is that they're going to give it another shot. LeBron James is gone. Toronto's going to make another run here to do something crazy and try and they think maybe it's just a LeBron problem. Harris?
It isn't a LeBron problem. It's a team problem. It's the fact that all these players don't know how to step up in the playoffs. Look, if you're a Toronto Raptors fan, be happy on the fact that you have quality regular season basketball. But after that, they can't get it done. This isn't a LeBron issue. This is a Raptors team issue. This is a DeMar DeRozan problem. This is a Kyle Lowry problem. This is a Jonas Valanciunas problem. That every single time they get to the playoffs, they completely fold within themselves because their offensive system and just the way that this team works isn't built for playoff basketball. They don't have the pieces to get it done in the playoffs. I don't care. Look, you can look at the other series that they played in the postseason, and you can point out individual struggles. Remember, against the Cavs last year, obviously LeBron dominated them. Do you know who really beat them in that series? Kyle Korver and Kevin Love. Of course, LeBron did what LeBron is going to do, but Kyle Korver and Kevin Love was what really smushed the Raptors in the playoffs last year. Nothing is going to change the fact that this Raptors team completely folds in the playoffs. They're not better than the Sixers. They're not better than the Celtics. I am done. I put all of my hopes and dreams into the Raptors for actually doing something this past season, and they made me look like a complete
idiot. And they choked again.
I do not believe in the Raptors. I think they're going to get completely blown out of the playoffs again, probably in the first round.
I give it one more year. Let's see what happens when they can go up against the non-LeBron team. Will they beat the Celtics? I don't think so. I give it one more year for the Raptors. See what happens. Then maybe you blow it up because if you try and make trades now, you're not going to get as much value as you want. So wait another year.
Even less value next season for DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry.
Maybe DeRozan you can still get value. I think so. All right, let us know in the comment section there. I see some split ones.
Trade him for Wiggins.
I don't know if that's the best shot either.
Blow it up.
All right, folks. We'll be back here in just a second with some updates on Kawhi and Kevin Love. But first, a very quick message.
What's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. I know you're here for NBA rumors, but NFL and fantasy football season is right around the corner. Follow me on Twitter, @MitchellRenz365. Hit me up with any fantasy questions, and don't be afraid to slide in those DMs so I can help you build your own fantasy super team. Now, back to NBA Weekly.
All right, folks, we had that super chat earlier about the Cavs. Well, the report from the Cleveland Plain Dealer is that they want to keep Kevin Love and make a run at getting into the postseason. Now, we made note of this earlier. The 2019 first is top 10 protected. Same with the 2020 if the 19 first does not convey. Then it becomes just a pair of second-rounders. So if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, you have to, I think, be a bottom 10 NBA team because you need young talent. Is having the Cavs make the playoffs for 1 year, maybe 2, worth giving up a first-round pick, Harris? Because if it is, then you keep Kevin Love. If not, I think you try and trade him.
If you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, you need to trade Kevin Love as fast as you possibly can. Because the longer you wait, the more I think his trade value drops. I just don't – what do the Cavs gain by keeping Kevin Love?
Maybe
hoping that
you
he
can
turns
make
back
a playoffs.
Timberwolves Kevin Love and you get the 8th seed in the East?
Which I think legitimately could happen. Now that he is now the focal point of this entire team.
It is, and my opinion with Kevin Love did obviously kind of correspond with him on the Cavs with LeBron James, and maybe he'll be better this year, but I just don't see the need for keeping him around. I don't see the need for keeping any of these guys around. I would trade most of their big-time contracts to contenders for second-round picks. Just blow it up. Get these terrible contracts off your cap, figure out the rest later, and start a rebuild around one of the most exciting rookies in basketball in Colin Sexton. There's no need for this. At this point, if you're Dan Gilbert and you're holding on to these random veterans hoping for a playoff spot, you're hurting your team more than you're helping them. Like, you're just – what do you have to gain out of keeping these guys?
What do we know most about the Cavs, Harris? Their lottery luck is unbelievable.
It is.
Get into that top 10. Give yourself a chance.
Bad. Like, this Colin Sexton, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, Cedi Osman, and J.R. Smith.
Maybe Cedi Osman's the future.
I realistically want to know, does this team really win 40 games next year?
I don't know. It depends a lot on how good Colin Sexton is in year one and how Kevin Love fares again being the entire focal point of a franchise.
I'm not crazy about it.
I don't know if
this team wins 40 games, and that's bad.
I'm not either. All right, next up, and I haven't told Harris about this one yet, so this should be funny.
Waiting.
NBC Sports in Chicago
this was Chicago. I thought this was NBC Sports Boston.
No, NBC Sports Chicago says the Bulls could try to form a Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving super team. Now, option one is just to have the cap space and sign them both in free agency, since Butler's apparently upset with Minnesota and Kyrie wants to play with Jimmy Butler.
Oh, no.
Option two, then, is to make a trade. And we'll bring up those trade details in a second here, but my notes here in our script doc, Harris, is that it's Butler and Irving super team, and oh my God, this trade offer is dumb. Here's what NBC Sports proposed as a trade idea for the Boston Celtics and Chicago Bulls. The Bulls get Kyrie Irving, Boston gets Chris Dunn, Denzel Valentine, Bobby Portis, Robin Lopez's expiring deal, and 2 first-round picks. I think it's worse than the Cavs trade for Kyrie. This is awful.
I am broken.
This is a real proposed trade offer from NBC Sports.
This
folks.
is why there are only about 5 people in basketball media who are allowed to propose trades. Their names are Bill Simmons, Kevin O'Connor, Chris Mannix, Adrian Wojnarowski, and Harris
I see
Rubenstein.
the comments.
That's
Bros,
it.
what the fuck?
That's it.
What the F said, horrible trade.
The Rubenstein trade machine is just disgusted by this trade. This is outrageous.
Is such a bad
Chris
offer.
Dunn, Denzel Valentine, Bobby Portis, and Robin Lopez. I want to make something very clear. None of those 4 players would get any minutes on the Celtics.
Chicago
None of them
is contaminated.
That's terrible. And also, I got to mention something. If you're at NBC Sports Chicago, you cover the Bulls full time. That means that they know why Jimmy Butler left the Bulls. He hates Garpax. He hates their front office. He never wanted to be a part of it. Why would he go back to the Bulls?
Yeah.
What?
Again, the trade offer: Chris Dunn, Bobby Portis, Denzel Valentine, Robin Lopez, and 2 firsts.
What?
A horrible, horrible trade offer there.
Oh, no.
The good news is, folks, we don't throw out those awful trade ideas for you. We just make fun of them on air instead.
And we have Ed Fellett asking, did Kyrie get traded to Chicago?
No. That was the proposed trade.
That is what NBC Sports Chicago said, that the Bulls should trade for Kyrie Irving. I'm pretty sure Danny Ainge would hang up the phone so hard that
he just laughed.
That the entire Bulls front office would just cease to exist. It's like snapping Thanos' fingers and everyone turning into dust. That would be Danny Ainge slamming the phone.
All right,
Terrible.
folks. Again, subscribe to us here on YouTube, youtube.com/chatsportstv. We're trying to get to that 50K mark. Then we pop the champagne and spray it on Harris and producer Lena. We're getting very, very close here. 345 is all we need. Got way more of that watching the show right now, so hit that subscribe button, and then we'll be excited, Harris.
Yeah, we'll be pumped. Trust me. We'll put out a video of the champagne shower we get when we get to 50K, people. We'll take the video. I'll put it on Twitter.
All right, folks. I saw the comments about Kawhi Leonard. Here are some updates for you on the trade front. And, well, this is why it's the rumor section. Conflicting reports on how LeBron to L.A. is affecting Kawhi's mindset and options. So, Shams and Stephen A. Smith says, hey, Kawhi could be looking more towards the Clippers because he doesn't want to play with LeBron James because he beat LeBron James and he isn't excited about it, which makes 0 sense to me. Then there's Woj who says, no, Kawhi doesn't want to go up against LeBron James in the same city. He doesn't want it to be LeBron versus Kawhi over and over again.
You have my theory, Tom, and I'm going to put my theory out there into the interwebs. This is my official theory on Kawhi Leonard and what is going on with all of these different sources. I believe that right now there are two different sets of information that is coming out of the Kawhi Leonard camp. One of them is from his uncle, who has been, started this whole crap show in the first place, and the second one is Kawhi Leonard's agent. I believe that Shams and Stephen A. Smith are getting their leaks and sources as Kawhi's uncle, and I believe Woj is coming from Kawhi's agent. Because if you track the information that both of these sources and kind of groups have gotten, Shams and Stephen A. have been much more about, Kawhi might go to the Sixers or the Clippers. It's all very individual Kawhi-esque about what he might do, whereas Woj has been like, Lakers, 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 Lakers. Very focused, very determined about where Kawhi wants to go. So if you kind of track where the sources of information are coming from, one is for Kawhi, one is more based in a business sense. And I think as of right now, neither of them are saying exactly what Kawhi Leonard wants. And I don't know what Kawhi Leonard wants. No one knows what he wants.
I think he wants the LA.
I think he wants
the
Lakers. I think that's always been what he's wanted. That was the initial report, and I think that his uncle is what is causing all of these issues, because it was never a problem before his uncle got involved with all this mad stuff. I am so fine with everyone keeping their family involved, but when it gets to this level, it has gone completely overboard. This is so out of hand.
All right, there, folks. You see it. 40 subscribers in the last, we'll call it a minute and a half.
Woo!
Thank you very much. Keep them coming closer and closer to 50K. We'll be back with the Rubenstein trade machine on some potential Kawhi trade ideas here in just a second. But first, a very quick message.
Thanks for watching, you guys, but I still can't believe some of you have not subscribed to the Chat Sports YouTube channel. What are you waiting for? It's so easy. The guys are going to give you 10 seconds to do so. So right below your screen, click that subscribe button, and the guys will be right back with all the latest NBA news and rumors you do not want to miss. And I'll see you later in the show.